What's up guys, THICC-est here, bringing you another Holiday Cup team. This team is very thick. I specifically picked these three Pokemon, A, to have a little bit of fun, and B, to be thick. The goal was the less I have to shield, the better. Did it work out? A little. I mean, this team didn't go negative, which is always good. I really like the Lapras. Lapras came in clutch quite a few times. Mantine, I wish I had Ice Beam instead of Aerial Ace, and maybe I should have swapped out Bubble too, but anyways, yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the battles here and see how this team did. So into game 1 here, we have Altaria versus Greedent. I haven't seen a lot of Greedent in this cup so far, but very interesting, honestly. And then the opponent swaps out and brings in a Piloswine, not Shadow. That's very interesting. So we go ahead and bring in our Lapras. We go for the Surf. They shield, we sneak in an Ice Shard there, that's really, really good for us. They go for an Avalanche, that's not going to do any damage. I believe this thing gets Stone Edge, maybe? Or Bulldoze? I'm not too sure, to be honest, but so far he's gone for 2 Avalanches, we don't have to shield. We go for another Surf, is he going to get the shield? He does not double shield, so he lets that go down. He brings in his Alolan Raichu, but it's not Volt Switch Alolan Raichu. So I opt to go ahead and let my Lapras go. He goes down to a Thunder Punch, no problem. We wait out the timer, we bring in Altaria, we definitely don't want Mantine in on this thing. So we farm down, I was debating, we do use the shield, he goes for a Thunder Punch, that's fine. We go for a Sky Attack. This will do a pretty good amount of damage if they don't shield, but they do shield. So they want to conserve the Raichu. And we can just farm this thing all the way down with Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath is so oppressive. He goes for a Thunder Punch, that barely does anything. He brings in the Greedent. I farm up to a Dragon Pulse, and I swap out, and I catch the Body Slam onto Mantine. That's really good for us. So we farm up to a Bubble Beam and an Aerial Ace. And honestly, Greedent, as a tank, is very strong, but as a damage dealer, not very good. It can do damage gradually with Body Slam and Crunch, but I know that Mantine can out-chip it, or at least get it just into farm down range for Altaria, and then Altaria will have Dragon Pulse for the last Mon. So, he goes for another Crunch, he gets us really low, and he gets the defense drop. We go for an Aerial Ace. I tried to not get all the bubbles so that Altaria gets a little bit of farm, but he actually brings in Raichu. So it didn't even matter, I farmed down Raichu and I had a move for the Greedent, and they top left. Into game 2, we have a really bad lead, Altaria versus Lapras, but it's a Frost Breath Lapras. It's not Legacy. So I bring in Mantine. I go for the Bubble Beam. We're going to lower this thing's attack as much as we can. It's not going to get to a move as fast as normal Lapras does. So we go ahead and go for an Aerial Ace this time. We want to do a little bit of chip damage because this is still scary for our team. And already we have Lapras at half HP. He saves up a lot of energy and brings in Vigoroth. Vigoroth is not a counter, sir! So we go for a Bubble Beam, we lower the attack, and let's see. We farm down, we farm to an Aerial Ace. He gets a move, he's going to use the move. It's going to be a Body Slam, no problem. Mantine's so thick! And then we bring in Altaria. Altaria doesn't care about this thing at all. Bulldoze won't do any damage. Body Slam does a bit of damage, but no problem. We are thick! So we go ahead and farm down. And he's very, very low. At this point, I'm opting for a full farm down, knowing he can't touch me. So we go ahead and do that. He goes for a Body Slam, we're pretty low. And then he swaps out into his Lapras. I was fearing an Ice Beam, so I shield. And it's a Surf! We could have lived that! So I go for a Sky Attack. He snuck in a Frost Breath there, but that's okay. We'll make this work. We hit the Sky Attack, he shields it. He goes for another move. I know he doesn't have Ice Beam. He went for Surf. He's not going to have Ice Beam. So he goes for Surf again. I use Sky Attack again. Is he going to shield it? Let's see. He does not. He knows it won't KO, though. So I bring in my Mantine. I go for a little bit of a combo play here. Go for the Aerial Ace, and down goes Lapras. And he brings in his last Mon, which is Jellicent. How am I going to take down a Jellicent with just a Lapras and a little bit of an Altaria Mantine? We'll see. So we go for the Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace does a little bit of damage. It's at about a quarter HP here. I'm debating, do I want to bring in Altaria and do a little bit more damage with Dragon Breath or Lapras to actually finish it? We bring in Altaria, do a little bit of chip damage. I opt to shield the Shadow Ball here. I correctly guessed it. It was a Shadow Ball. So I farm up. I honestly didn't think he'd get another Shadow Ball this quick, but he did. He farmed up so much extra energy. But then he brings in Vigoroth. This gives us 2 extra turns of Ice Shard, so this is looking possible. So we go for one Ice Shard, we go for a Surf. We don't want him to sneak any moves in, and he doesn't. That's very good for us. We hit the Surf, but now we need 2 more Surfs to take it out, and we know we don't get there before he gets to a Shadow Ball. We go for another Surf. He shields it. The timer's getting low, and he gets the Shadow Ball. Such a close game. Very, very close. Well done, Lapras. You tried. Into the next game, we have Altaria versus Marowak. This is kind of a scary matchup. If they bait you well, they can get you low with Shadow Bone and get a shield with Bone Club. So I farm down. He's already at about 30% down HP there, so 60% total. He Shadow Bones me successfully. That sucks for us. I go for a Dragon Pulse. I didn't expect him to shield because Sky Attack wouldn't have done all that much damage, but he does shield. So, but that's fine. We're up a shield now. So I opt to not shield the Shadow Bone again. I try to farm down. I recognize that I'm not going to get a full farm down, so I go for a Sky Attack. He either gives me Switch or the last shield. He does give me Switch. He brings in a Gyarados. Gyarados is a bit of a spicy pick in this Holiday Cup meta too. So I bring in my Lapras. I figure Lapras is the best defensive Pokemon I can bring in. I feel like Gyarados could crunch Mantine down, but he can't really crunch Lapras down as well. But that crunch actually did quite a bit of damage. So I opt to go for a Surf here. I have 2 built up, and he brings in a Wigglytuff. So I bring in my Mantine. Lapras and Mantine can take this team down no problem. However, I choose to go for a Bubble Beam to lower that Charm damage. Charm adds up very, very quickly. And then I'm going to go ahead and go for the Aerial Ace. We're going to bring this thing very, very low. We should be able to bubble down. 1 HP. Yep, he doesn't get a move in. That's perfect. And now we have 2 shields, and they know it's over. Into the last game, we have... Sorry, not the last game. Second last game. We have Altaria into Shadow Aerodactyl. I've seen this thing a little bit. And this thing absolutely destroys my team. So I go ahead and get a Sky Attack off. He shields it, because of course. And then I go into Mantine. Mantine has Bubble, so I figured this would be the best thing. And then he brings out a Charm Alolan Ninetales. This is kind of scary if he has double Charm. So I go for the Bubble Beam again, lower the Charm damage, and then I go for the Aerial Ace down. We see how much damage we can do with this. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Can we... Oh, he goes for the move, so either I shield it and get another Aerial Ace, or I don't, and I just get the Switch here. I opt to go for the Switch. At this point, my Altaria is not looking too useful, so I go ahead and bring in Lapras, and I get the Surf. I believe he got to a Weather Ball there, so he does shield, and he saves it. He saves the Weather Ball. He brings out the Aerodactyl. It has a move. It's an Ancient Power. That wouldn't have hurt too bad anyway, but he gets the double boost! Are you kidding me? And he brings in Ninetales. He does 1 Charm in, and it takes us down. 1 Charm on Lapras, and he has another move. I know this is just a Weather Ball. I'm not scared. We don't shield it. That does no damage. Okay, I farm all the way down. Can we go ahead and... Yes, we can farm it down before it gets another move. And he brings in Talonflame. I have a shield. He has no shields, and I have 2 Surfs loaded. Will this be enough? 1 Surf hits. I gotta just hit every bubble, and we win. Can I hit every bubble? Yes, I can. Bye-bye, Talonflame. Good job, Lapras. Into the last game, we have Altaria versus Altaria. Not something I expected to see from this cup, to be honest. I farm up a little bit, and then I go ahead and bring in Mantine. I tried to bait the Ice Beam here, like make him think that I have the Ice Beam. But he doesn't switch out, so he takes the risk. So I go for Aerial Ace, but he shields it. So he thought I had Ice Beam, so that's good. That's great for us. We got a shield off of an Aerial Ace. That's so good. And at this point, I opt to let Mantine go down. I'm going to wait out my timer. I'll bring in Lapras, and we have switch advantage, a full HP Lapras and a full HP Altaria with 2 shields to none. He has no idea what I have. And I bring out the Lapras. Look at that damage. He brings out a Wigglytuff, though, so I have to keep Lapras in. At this point, my only chance is to get the defense up with Skull Bash. So I do it. Boom! Look at that damage. Good job, Lapras. Defense is up, so these charms still hurt, but that's not too bad. He goes for the move. That's fine. We have 2 shields. We take out Wigglytuff. We have a Surf loaded. He brings out an Alolan Ninetales. I don't think a Skull Bash would hurt as much as 2 Surfs, so I opt to go for 2 Surfs. And it's just not going to be enough. Down goes Lapras. We have a full HP Altaria. Now it comes down to how much damage this Sky Attack can do to Alolan Ninetales. He gets the Weather Ball. We shield it. That's fine. The Sky Attack has to KO or get it 1 HP. And it just doesn't do enough. And he's got the half HP Altaria. And he can just farm us all the way down. Good try. So, all in all, this team, obviously quite a few big weaknesses. Very weak to electric, very weak to rock. But honestly, a very fun team. I feel like if I had Ice Beam on Mantine instead of Aerial Ace, this could have gone a little bit better. And maybe even Ice Beam on Lapras instead of Skull Bash, but the Skull Bash did come in clutch there. Yeah, so if you guys enjoy this video, you go ahead and leave a comment and let me know what you want to see next. Leave a like and subscribe for more spicy stuff in the future, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!